it's very difficult, I think, to really choose a character that reduces your life unless you are completely confident in the benefits that it'll give you. Because it's borderline glass cannon territory sometimes if you're already playing a character that has lower life for some reason.
And with every character literally doing more than 30%, because that's like the goal. Like if you're doing
It's the baseline.
yeah, it's basically the baseline. Compared to other games where like 20, 25% was like, okay, that's like your baseline. This one, you have to make sure that if you're not dealing 30%, you're setting up for the next opportunity.
We're well equipped to deal 30% because we've got an additional resource. The cameo meter starts full and regenerates over time, just like an MK11 offense or defense meter. But once again, back to the NRS staple, building our own meter down in the bottom left and bottom right. Your offense and aggression will be rewarded. So you've got both meters to use. It's we're playing a fighting game, we're playing our opponents, but we're also playing a very fun resource sim.
Yes.
When you arrive at one bar during a block string that you used Cameo to build, and that one bar is what allows you to extend or steal a turn with armor, you feel like a genius. Or you feel like a monster, or a monstrous genius.
So I actually will counter that and say that I feel like an artist.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
I feel like when you find the really cool looking combos and they still do the amount of damage that they're supposed to be doing, it's like such a warm feeling in my heart. That's why I like Chameleon.
Yeah,
but it's okay because we deal with it. We manage here with all of our cameos. That's why it's important.
Double Darius, what's happening?
What? I thought that was just for button check.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we have been talking about how, of course, the task of us competitive players in MK1 is to match cameos with characters effectively, but also we have to match our cameos and our character choices with our own strengths as players. And if you're a rushdown or perhaps a grappler in history, you're going to love the offensive potential that Darius gives you. It's very high utility, but very selectively just for offense. Now, to compensate for that, they let him give you 50 health on extra. He's got that armor on, he's wearing armor and pads, so he'll give you 50 extra health. I wonder how Darius will be helpful for or against Kenshi.
Oh, well, I mean, it's been pretty helpful if he's been able to get out Sento. Now, Sento without that cooldown, or rather goes back, has to be resummoned again. Now, it's quite difficult to do that, especially because it has a long startup. Right now, it is up to Lord T-Rex to try to see how he can get out of the situation and go back into the mat, there we go. Exactly like that. Darius covering it with his overhead and then being able to summon out Sento.
That's pretty cool. And then, of course, a full cameo bar. Up at the top right, you can see it says Darius, but what that really means is Sento for Kenshi's cameo.
Wow.
Came back from the dead. That
Round 2, fight.
I like that tail. That tail's actually been used more often by Reptiles to really whip punish. So that was actually a good call out for flavor. Haven't been really able to see what their version of Darius can help in these situations. So let's see if it can get that in the second round. But right now, Lord T-Rex able to actually fight back with Sento. It is now a two-player game. Sento now on cooldown.
So you say.
But we're back into it. He's back in the game. He's back on the field.
Yeah, really, the mode between one player and two player will be switching so quickly because of the strength of Kenshi's resummon/unsummon Sento move, which restarts his cooldown so long as it didn't deplete all the way to 0. The Sento will be immediately back available in full. Hitting the Sento kills him for those 3 or 4 seconds, but it only pauses the Sento timer. He can still resummon to get the timer all the way back up. So what you're really trying to do is have him somehow run out and not be able to resummon. And in order to do that, hitting Kenshi, keeping him in hit stun in a combo is going to have to be the way. You've got to get a strong hit and keep him in the air.
Beautiful whiff punish here from Lord T-Rex. Summon Darius. We're going to be able to summon again, and that's a clean, easy full-screen Sento summon, which I think this has been working out incredibly. You know, usually we're always talking about, oh, Kenshi's usually just using Frost or Sub-Zero, and Lord T-Rex is showing, no, we use Darius for that.
I want to see how he can advance his mix, because Kenshi does have a valid overhead starter with back 2, low back 3. He converts already pretty well with Sento, but can he truly turn it into an unblockable of sorts with Darius? There was an attempt at a hard to blockable there with Reptile Darius and Flavor, but it was a delayed wake up from T-Rex that got him out.
Had to break there. That could have been very dangerous for Lord T-Rex. He's going to try to play this patient game and close in as those acid balls come closer. Blocks the low. He's going to have to be careful of this armor.
Just look how dead Darius is.
Yeah.
He has not been... Okay, he's regenerating now. It took 6 seconds to start regenerating. T-Rex sent out the big Darius kick, his ambush type attack with a lot of combo extension capability. Flavor just tagged it with Force Ball, and I gotta say, like, you have to be so careful summoning Darius Raw as Kenshi, because if you lose access to Sento for all that time, you're simply gonna lose the round.
Some down one checks here from both players. Lord T-Rex, though, is going to be coming out on the actual field of being able to capitalize it. We have the Sento sandwich, but the breaker comes in clutch for Flavor. But the up block is going to be able to close it out. And now we have Sento sandwich once again. We got the overhead, the bops on the head.
Blocking low there, successfully. The sweep has longer range than the full combo low, and I like T-Rex bringing it out. Always, there's not a single useless tool in your character's kit. Every great player will find a way to use every inch of the kit. Millimeter, too. Any scale.
Well, there goes the overhead, and Sento's now back summoned. But Lord T-Rex able to clean it out very, very quickly after that summon.
The way Darius rolled up there on the summon kind of had me feeling like he was making a literal cameo out of his cameo. Like he just showed up to say hi, flex his leg, do a little stretch, and then the real cameo Sento came out.
Now, one thing for Flavor in this particular matchup from what I'm seeing is we're really not seeing any usage of cameo on their side.
Yeah,
and
it's really lacking, that's for sure.
And the problem is, this is not the game to just rely on your character strengths. You have to be able to actually use your cameo. And finally, we see it. We do get the overhead for the low opening, but there was no hit confirmed. So let's see if this next hard knockdown
Yeah, T-Rex
will
actually
allow it.
T-Rex delayed wake up to make that Darius hit. He did it again there. He's completely cognizant. I mean, you can still take advantage of an opponent that does delayed wake up by delaying your follow-up attack, and it removes their wake up options other than delayed wake up. So you could, Flavor still has a little bit of time to figure out how to take advantage of that delayed wake up choice and make Darius effective somehow. Was about to be punishable on that string, committed to the special as one last ditch. Found a hit. Flavor returns to neutral with a life lead, very minor.
Lord T-Rex not trying to overextend, but gets opened up by the low kick. Flavor dropping the hit confirm, but we do get another launcher. The breaker is activated by Lord T-Rex as they're trying to get out of this corner, having to block these force balls that are actually quite quick. Now is the slow one that stays on the field.
Yep.
And we got the launcher, but no hit confirmed. Sento was also released.
Yeah, he's taking a knee, but he's back.
It's not looking good right now for Flavor. Try to armor a wake up, but not going to be able to succeed. This is a launcher. We summon and recharge on that Sento meter again.
Well, hey, at least they both have Fatal Blow. Surely one hit confirm either way will do it. No confirmability off of forward 4. It's just not cancelable, but it is plus. And I like to see T-Rex not even needing to spend the resources. Chip was about to be relevant off of the forward 4s. Flavor at least has full bar, so next combo will be valuable, no doubt. Next breaker will be valuable if T-Rex finds the hit.
Oh, was not going to be able to. That was a dropped combo, though, but Lord T-Rex is waiting patiently. We got the anti-air, though, back on full screen. We also got Darius to cover the Sento summon. And now it's a two-player game once again.
We like to call it the Sento sandwich, you and I, but Darius is involved. Sometimes he's like the piece of toast in the middle of the sandwich.
Triple decker.
Yeah, triple decker.
It's a triple decker sandwich.
Yeah, and it looks to be a recipe for success for T-Rex, who on the back of several deliciously eaten triple decker Darius, Sento, Kenshi sandwiches takes a 3-1 victory and stays alive at winners and keeps himself healthy, unstressed. Did a little bit of a controller wrap in there. Did you know it's actually less healthy if you're a cable to wrap it?
Yes, I do know.
pad?
Actually,
Yeah.
that's like the one way to like destroy the actual end that you need.
Yep.
Like if you're talking about like maybe in the middle, it's fine because you know that's just the middle. But the actual end that you need to be able to connect, and you're just bending it and twisting it, you know. For any tech people out there, especially who work on like stage management and stuff, that is the first lesson